Is it really possible to achieve a true work-life balance? What's up, daddies? How y'all doing? Welcome to Life Equals. Honestly, I have no idea what episode it is, but we are here, all right, to talk about life equals balance. And no, I don't mean like balancing on a skateboard or some shit, or like a balance board. I couldn't think of anything else. I don't know. I mean balance is in a work-life balance is what I'm going with, or balance in life in general, right? So, first, I like to talk about what I think about it, then, my experiences. So first, I want to say that I think it is possible to have a good work-life balance. The thing is that it doesn't always work out that way. So one thing that's really important, I think, in life is to have a work-life balance. And what it means, obviously, is to work enough to where you make enough money to live and have a life balance where you get to do the things that you need to do. As humans, we need social interactions. We need people. We need physical touch from people, even if it's just, I don't mean just sexually, obviously. We need things like, if you have animals or kids, you got to take care of them. And not only, you also want to spend time with them, So you can't just work. And that's something I mean this with like all of respect. That's something honestly, I think that the older generation doesn't get. I'm a millennial, but I think Gen X doesn't understand that there has to be a work-life balance. And not always, and baby boomers too, especially, but a lot of them do, because it feels like there is no care. They're like, oh, I worked 82 hours a week to support, and it's like, that's good and that's fine. I'm very glad you did it because you helped me become who I am, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to live my life. I want to make enough money to where I can, do what I want to do and live. And then I also want to have time to myself and to my friends and, to my wife and to my dogs. So people, I don't think, have a good understanding of that in general, but especially the older generation, it feels like. And then, it just doesn't seem like, it's not like they don't care. It just doesn't seem like it's understood, if that makes sense. And then also, I want to talk about like balance in the sense of like, how do you balance your love life and your social life, or you know what I mean, like just life things in general. So basically, there's supposed to be a line where you're like, I'm going to spend this much time with my significant other, I'm going to spend this much time with my friends, I'm going to spend this much time with doing my thing. Is there supposed to be a line? And do you actually need all those things? I think yes. I think you need to spend some time with friends, you need to spend some time alone, and you need to spend some time, obviously, with your significant other. And I don't really know where that breakdown is, obviously, but I feel like I do a pretty decent job, me and my wife do. We have certain days where I will play video games with my friends, and then certain days where I'll watch TV with her. It's just, I think it works out. It's a schedule, but it works. And then as for the work-life balance part for me, I have always tried to keep a work-life balance, but there is a point, like when I was teaching, where I was working literally 60 to 80 hours every week. About 60 at the office typically, or at the school, and then sometimes 80 even at the school, literally. And then I would come home and have to do things. And I get that's teaching, but I think it's too hard for how much money I made. That's one of the reasons I did not want to go back to teaching. It's like compensation is not worth it to me when it comes to that. Like, I spoke with my wife about it, and she literally told me like it was one of the, loneliest times of her life. So it's not, it's not something that I would put her through again, or would put myself through, because I literally would come home from work and go straight to bed. Especially when we lived further away in Gainesville and I was working in Jacksonville, which, some people obviously don't know where that's at, but it's an hour and a half drive I'd have to make, to this work. So I'd have to get up at 4, and then I'd have to drive home an hour and a half. And then, when I'd get home, I'd be super tired because like I'd have to do a little bit of work that I could before I fell asleep, and then I'd go to sleep, and it wasn't worth it for me. So I'm not saying that it's not possible to have a work-life balance teaching, but I don't know. I don't know where that comes in. I couldn't do it. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. God, I just realized I copied Charlie, Penguins, Moist Critical. Not on purpose, but, I do love him. Everybody, I want to say have a beautiful fucking life. Peace.